Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And today I am here filming a video for you guys on my most recent build, the battle for the clone base on SCARIF. So let's dive right on into it, shall we? So, as you can see here, we are hovering in front of a base that is being defended by the clone troopers that are stationed on SCARIF. Now, obviously, this is a 501st versus droids, but I do not have an Anakin right now, so Mace Windu will have to do. So, let's actually start in the back and then move our way forward. So, if we just rotate our way around here, you can see the interior of the base. It actually helps better if I remove the top part, but I'm not going to do that right now. What it is, it's practically just another two shelves for clones to stand on the walls. So you can have, if the droids ever do break in, the clones can move back in, get up here, and start firing on the droids. And of course, they have a backup AT-RT and a speeder, which doesn't really do anything, with a tow cable behind it. So figured, yeah, why not just have another random build. And then we have over here a Bacta dispenser, as well as a meeting room, or a meeting table, or hollow table, sorry, that is an exact replica of the actual build. If you look very closely, we would actually be viewing it right back from here. Yeah, so if you can tell from the beginning of the video, this is a tiny tree, this is a bigger tree, and then this is the main base. And I've actually kept the height levels consistent because this is a tiny tree. It's actually one of the pre-made pieces. You can see it all the way down there. This tree right here is that kind of palm tree style thing over there. And then obviously the base, well, you're looking at it. I figured it'd be a nice little cool thing because I've always wanted to have a mini hologram of the actual build that I'm building in the base. And of course, gotta have a Gaunt droid, and as I said, it's just another shelf. Now behind the Gaunt droid is the panel to access the Bacta dispenser. The yellow light shows that it's active, and of course there is no Bacta being dispensed, so there is no light there. I figured it'd be nice little nod to include a little Bacta dispenser. Obviously not like the ones in Republic Commando, but it would take forever to try and figure out how to design one of them. Now if we move up a little bit, yes, I intentionally left holes in the walls for the outside of the base for like a little air vent type thing. The air would go in here and then be filtered then throughout the rest of the base. The only bad thing is a droid, let's just say, if they wanted to, they could very well send a group of commando droids just kind of through the wall there of the base. You definitely send at least one or two commandos in there, but it is protected by an alarm system, so anything that is larger or anything that is larger than what is allowed in there, well, okay, never mind. So anyways, we have the two outside exterior shelves for clones to stand on. The reason I built these is one, extra defense, and two, they also look really cool. And I like the use of the string piece going around here, kind of giving it a nice detail, and obviously the string would keep going all the way down the base until, a curve happened and then you'd be right back in the base. But this doorway here, I'm actually really proud of how the angle for this doorway came out. It looks really good. Now, unfortunately, it it can't fit anything big. It can squeeze the ATRT through there, but this is mostly a speeder entrance anyways. Yes, I have an ATRT in there because there would be a separate hangar on this side built just for the ATRTs to come out. So this would be an entrance for more of like, you know, like the bark speeders or, you know, small little tiny things. Maybe a swamp speeder or two. I don't know. This is on SCARIF. I don't really know what the Republic used on SCARIF. Anyways, up front here we have also some barricades. You know, the clones got to defend themselves somehow from the oncoming wave of droids. And of course, in terms of special clones, we don't really have any except for my P2 Captain Rex. Please, LEGO, give us a Phase 2 Rex next year. That'd be amazing. I mean, especially with the new DLC coming out, it would be really cool to see if we could get a... excuse me. It would be really cool to see if we can get a Captain Rex. Now, I have used a variety of effects here for dead or shot clones. We'll take an example of this one up here. I just use a white neck bracket piece and a trans blue stud to create little, kind of like a, little, like the blasters kind of, dissipating out after killing him. I did the same thing with this guy with a heavy gun back here. And for the guys that are being shot, I have just lightsaber blade pieces just being held by their hands and just going into their arms or whatever. It gives a decent bit of variety. Now, as I said, the general or Jedi I'm using in this build is Master Windu, because as I also said, I do not have an Anakin, and I also wanted to keep this somewhat within the realms of reason. As much as I would love to use myself, I am currently using me for another project. I might show you guys that in a little bit. Anyways, and then here we have the rest of the droid invasion with a clone trooper and a droid working on a castle, which I am calling Castle Coco. I came up with this idea because as the time of this recording, Coconut is recoloring his AAT Armored Assault Tank into the CIS color scheme. So I asked him what should I name the castle, and I asked him if I should build a sand castle in there. I came up with the name afterwards. He was cool with it. Anyways, so about a little bit more behind the scenes of this build. Obviously, it's a droid invasion of a clone base. There's nothing really special there. But the reason I went with red lasers... Well, actually, let's take a look at the... Ooh, sorry, guys. Let's take a look at more of the clone perspective of the invasion. And then we can... So you can see here... They can see here how the clones would kind of see the invasion. Obviously, this is from the roof, because I can't exactly... Well, I can, but it's a little hard to see with the doorway. Yeah, there is a reason why I went with specifically red lasers for the clones and blue lasers for the droids, because obviously the blue lasers are coming in this way, the red lasers are going in out that way, is because George Lucas used a very similar technique in... a lot of people actually use a similar technique with laser beams. It was actually, as I said, George Lucas kind of did a similar technique in the original Star Wars, where the TIEs would shoot green, or no, it would be, yeah, the TIEs would shoot red lasers, and the X-Wings and Y-Wings and stuff like that would shoot blue and green, symbolizing the different colors used for the bad guys and good guys. So I figured, hey, why not include that as a subtle nod to the man who inspired this whole universe, and without Lucas, none of us would be here right now. Anyways, so yeah, a little backstory on this build is this base has some very important information that the CIS wants for future battles, and it's most and I haven't exactly thought of anything, but it could be like battle plans or whatever. And of course, you know, the droids, they need it because intelligence. So they immediately decided, hey, let's raid this base. Little did they know, the 501st and Mace Windu were defending it. Sorry, this lightsaber hilt is bugging my OCD. There we go. So yeah, they decided to invade the base. Obviously, the clones saw it coming, so they prepared by putting barricades up and all this other stuff. Now, this was more so for my OCD's sake, but I don't really think it was a good idea putting your weapon crates outside with your main front barricade there, guys. But yeah, other than that, this battle isn't really significant to any plot in the Clone Wars. The Republic actually wins this after General and, well, me and my Padawan show up and assist Windu in winning the battle, even though he doesn't really need it. I mean, come on, let's be honest here. This is the same man who fist fought B2 battle droids in the Battle of Coruscant, so he doesn't really need our help. Anyways, I think that's going to be it, and may the Force be with you all, and, well, have a good day.